I'm Harry, and today I read this book, Cinderella and Snow White. Okay, go. The Wicked Stepmother. Once upon a time, there lived a pretty girl. Her name was Ella. She lived happily with her parents. She was a sweet and loving daughter, but unfortunately, Ella's mother became very ill and died. Before she died, she called her only daughter to her bedside. My dearest child, she said, be good and kind, and God will always help you. Be a good student, and God will always help you. Some year later, Ella's father married again. Oh, it's bad. She would be bad. He hoped that his new wife would be a good mother, but she was a weak woman. Her two daughters was weak and selfish too. Ella grew up to be a beautiful young girl. Her stepmother and stepsister were very jealous. They hated Ella. They made Ella do all the housework. I made my daughter do my homework. I made my daughter go to bed. I made my daughter eat some food. She cleaned the floor, washed the clothes, and prepared the food. She worked hard from sunrise to sunset. Poor Ella wore only dirty clothes. She slept in the cold attic. But her stepsister never did any work. They had warm carpet bedroom. Their closets were full of beautiful clothes. They spent every day having fun. Ella was sad and tired, but she did not complain. When she had finished her work, she sat by a fire to keep warm. Then her stepsister would tease her. Look at her, she's so dirty. She is covered with dirty cinders. We should call her Cinderella. Yes, let's call her Cinderella. Cinderella, that's my new hat. Cinderella, you're stupid. Get the blue hat, not the yellow one. One day, the invitation came from the palace. They were invited to the prince's ball. The stepmother and her daughter were very excited. All day long, they talked about their new dress. I will wear my blue dress, said the thin stepsister. I will be the most beautiful lady there. No, the prince will only notice me, said the plump stepsister, especially when I wear my silk dress. On the day of the ball, Cinderella had to help her stepsister. She ironed their dress and cleaned their shoes. She also helped them to their hair. Cinderella, said one stepsister, do you want to go to the ball? I'd love to go. Oh, she said quietly, but I have nothing to wear. Oh, you're right, said the other. People will only laugh at you. Finally, the coach arrived and took them to the ball. Cinderella watched them until she could no longer see them. She was very miserable, so she ran to the kitchen. She began to cry. A night at the ball. Suddenly, there was a flash of light, and a fairy appeared. I'm your godmother, said the fairy. Why are you crying, dear child? I'm so lonely, she sobbed. I want to go to the ball. You can't go to the ball, Cinderella, she said. Bring me your largest pumpkin. Cinderella wondered why she wanted a pumpkin, but she brought her godmother the biggest one. Then grandmother touched it with her magic wand. Ding! Suddenly, the big pumpkin turned into a gold coach. Cinderella could not believe her eyes. Wow, she shouted. Now, run to the barn and bring me 6 mice, said her grandmother. Cinderella brought them to her grandmother. She touched them with her wand. Ting! The 6 mice turned into 6 white horses. Now, find me a large black rat and 6 lizards. Okay, said Cinderella. She hurried into the garden and caught a rat and lizard. With a touch of magic wand, the rat became a coachman. the lizard became 6-foot man. Cinderella was surprised. Wow, how amazing, she said. Now you can go to the ball, said her grandmother. But I can't go in this dirty dress, said Cinderella sadly. Oh, don't worry, her grandmother said. She touched Cinderella with her wand. Ting! Cinderella ran to look herself in the mirror. She was wearing a beautiful gown. Sapphire were shining in her hair. Then her grandmother gave her a pair of glass slipper. Now listen carefully, Cinderella. You must leave the ball before midnight. After midnight, your coat will turn back into a pumpkin, and your horse, coachman, and footman will disappear. I will, said Cinderella. Go and enjoy yourself, said her grandmother. When Cinderella arrived at the palace, the prince was surprised at her beauty. He fell in love with her at first sight. He took her hand and led her onto the dance floor. He never left her side all evening, but no one knew who the mysterious stranger was. Who is the beautiful girl? They said. Oh, look at the beautiful gown, they whispered. She is lovely, others said. She must be a princess. Cinderella and the prince danced and danced all night. Nobody could take their eyes off her. After a while, the clock began to strike 11:45. It was time for Cinderella to leave. The prince kissed her hand. I would like to see you again tomorrow, said the prince. Then her coach carried her home. When she arrived home, the clock struck 12 o'clock. Then her coach turned back into a fat pumpkin, the horse turned to the mice, and her coachman and footman turned into the rat and lizard. Cinderella looked on her clothes. Her beautiful gown and had turned into her dirty clothes. Cinderella sat down by a fire. Soon after, her stepmother and stepsister returned home. The ball was wonderful, said her stepsister. The prince looked very handsome, but he only danced with one woman all night. She was very beautiful and mysterious. Who was she? Asked Cinderella. Nobody knows, said her stepmother. She might be a princess. Everyone kept watching her, especially the prince. Really? Said Cinderella. I'd love to go to the ball tomorrow. What? Look at you, shouted her stepsister. You are so dirty. Don't be stupid. The next night, her fairy godmother appeared again. As before, she prepared everything for Cinderella. Her golden gown was lovely. Diamonds sparkled in her hair. She was more beautiful than the night before. Now remember, said her godmother, leave before midnight. Yes, I won't forget, said Cinderella as she left. As soon as Cinderella entered the party, the prince came to her side. They laughed and danced all night. Cinderella enjoyed herself so much that she forgot the time. Suddenly, Cinderella heard the clock striking midnight. She jumped up in surprise. Without word, she ran from the ballroom. She dropped one of her glass slippers on the step, but she didn't have time to pick it up. The prince followed, but he couldn't catch her. The beautiful stranger had disappeared. He only saw a dirty little mermaid running down the staircase. The prince was very unhappy. Then he saw something shiny on the stairs. It was her glass slipper. Cinderella could disappear, so she had to walk home. She was very tired and sat down to rest. Soon, her stepmother and stepsister arrived. The mysterious woman was at the ball again, said one stepsister. She was really beautiful. The prince clearly loves her, said the other. But she disappeared at midnight again, shouted her stepmother. She keeps running away. She must have a secret. Cinderella kept silent, only she knew the beautiful stranger's secret. A few days later, the palace announced, "Listen, all You good people, the prince will visit every home in the kingdom. He will marry the girl whose foot fit the glass slipper. Everyone was very excited. Will the prince find his true love? They wondered. Hundreds of young ladies tried to own glass slipper, but nobody had the right size foot. At last, the prince came to Cinderella's house. I will fit my foot, said the tall, thin stepsister, but her foot was too long. Let me try, said the short, plump stepsister. She pushed and pulled, but her foot was too fat. May I try it on? Said Cinderella. You, cried her stepsister. You never went to the ball. Go and finish washing the floor. Come, try it on, said the prince kindly. Every young woman in the kingdom must try on this glass slipper. Cinderella sat down and tried on. It fit perfectly. She took the other slipper from her pocket and put it on. Suddenly, her godmother appeared. She touched Cinderella with her wand. Ting! Cinderella was again dressed in a beautiful gown and fine jewelry. The stepsister and their mother were shocked. They fell to their knees. Oh no, they cried. You are the mystery stranger. Of course I will, said Cinderella kindly. I love you so much, said the prince. Will you marry me? Yes, my love, said Cinderella. The next day, a splendid wedding was held for Cinderella and her prince. Many people came to celebrate their wedding. Cinderella and the prince lived happily ever after. Magic shoes in the fairy tale. The red shoes in the red shoes. The red shoes in about a plain girl named Karen. She tricked her rich adoptive mom into buying her pair of red shoes. Later, Karen ignored her mom's advice and instead goes to the dance in her red shoes. But the shoes, with Karen's feet in them, start dancing by themselves, and they won't come up. Karen is terrified. She has her feet chopped off and get wooden feet. Oh, after that, she goes to church and finds peace. In the story, the magic red shoes punish Karen's bad behavior and guide her to religion. The silver shoes in the Wizard of Oz. In the Wizard of Oz, we first meet a young farm girl named Dorothy. Then a tornado blew Dorothy's house with her inside to the land of Oz. This strange place has cute dwarf, flying monkey, and scary witch. Dorothy got the silver shoes from a good witch, and she later stopped a bad witch from stealing them. After having many adventures in Oz, Dorothy finally realized that the silver shoes can take her anywhere. She finally arrived home, but the shoes were gone. Their power remained a mystery.